Shri Guru Garangagandhar Vikagiri Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju Ki Jai. Shri Govinda Gopinath Maran Mohan Ju Ki Jai. Nityalala Prabhishtam Vishnupara Shatarashata Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Gosai Maharaj Shri Gurudev Ki Jai. Nityalala Prabhishtam Vishnupara Ashatarashata Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Gosai Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupara Shutarishita Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupara Shutarishita Shishimar Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupara Shutarishita Shishimar Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nityal Pravishta Maha Bhagavat Srila Gaurkishodas Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityal Pravishta Srila Satchidananda Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura Ki Jai. Nityal Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopala Bhattadasa Raghunath Shard Gosai Prabhu Ki Jai. Shri Swarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Shri Gaur Parshad Brinda Ki Jai. Naam Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Kshetra Mandala Gaura Mandala Vraja Mandala Mathura Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Sarva Abhishta Pradata Giriraj Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Radha Kund Shama Kund Ki Jai. Shri Amuna Devi Ganga Devi Ki Jai. Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi Ki Jai. Shri Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Shri Purnamasi Yogamaya Ki Jai. Shri Gopeshwar Mahadev Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Jai Shri Kartik Vrat Niyam Seva Ki Jai. Urja Vrat Ki Jai. Urjeshwari Raseshwari Shivashabhanu Nandini Shrimati Radha Thakurani Ki Jai. Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai. Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Jai Śrīla Raghunātha Gosvāmī's Sva-niyama Daśakam and Govardhan Vaspartana Daśakam Ki Jai. Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Sva-niyama Daśakam Ki Jai. Samagata Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Shinitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranams. Sarveshwari Mataji, Jugal Kishore Kishori Didi, Mayank Gupta Ji, Gokuleshwari Didi, Haribo. Nri Hari Prabhu, Dandavat Pranams Prabhu, and Bhavatarani Mataji, and Chatamai Mataji, and let's see on YouTube and Facebook. Brishti Roy, and I see a couple other. If you write a comment, I'll see who you are, maybe Indira Mataji, and anybody else who's there. Dandavat Pranams. Okay, so we are continuing with our very simple Kartik Vrat. We're singing 3 stotrams. First, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Sva-niyama Daśakam. Then Śrīla Raghunātha Gosvāmī's Sva-niyama Daśakam. And then also the Govardhan Vaspartana Daśakam. And for anybody who's interested, I know we're focusing on Govardhan Vaspartana Daśakam and like on memorizing all those verses. But if somebody already has those verses memorized, or they're not so interested in memorizing the verses of Govardhan Vaspartana Daśakam, then I am going to start trying to memorize the verses of Sva-niyama Daśakam today. I haven't started yet, but today I'm planning on writing down the first verse. And so if anybody would prefer to do that instead of Govardhan Vaspartana Daśakam with me, and this would just be like a little personal thing, then yeah, I'd be very happy to have an accountability buddy. Yeah, and I really like trying to memorize the verses because then I start to get a lot more clear on the meaning. And I understand it in a completely different way than if I just look at it and when you really have to like spend time with each word and memorize each word, then I don't know, I find it goes a lot more deep. Um, all right, so let's begin. Today we are going to go over, like, we're going to recite those three stotrams, and then afterwards I'm going to go over the first verse. I'm going to go over the first verse of Sva-niyama Daśakam again, and then we'll go over the first verse of the Sva-niyama Daśakam, and we can compare them also, see how they're similar. Something I just did now, I got the verses of Sva-niyama Daśakam, and then I tried to find the verses, the somewhat corresponding verses of Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Sva-niyama Daśakam, so that we can compare them and see how similar they are. So maybe at the end also we could look at that if anybody's interested. Okay, so I'm gonna, oh, and today I have to end kind of early. Well, like, I don't know how long from now, maybe like in 40 minutes from now, because I just found out that we're gonna go out on Purikama with all the villagers here. We're gonna go to, where is it? Champahati, Samudragar, Vidyanagar, like that darshan. So I'm gonna have to, we're leaving at 8 o'clock. Right now it's 7:10. Okay. So just sharing my screen. One second, let me get rid of this timer. This is the chart I made just now. But yeah, we'll look at that after. One second, let me just, we'll use this. Just gonna make this text bigger so that you can see it nicely. Okay. Jai Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai. I wonder what would be a better order, if we should do the Sva-niyama Daśakam first or Sva-niyama Dvādaśakam. I don't actually know what's. Maybe we'll start with the Sva-niyama Dvādaśakam, just like we have been, because we start with praying to Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and then we can go to Śrīla Raghunātha Gosvāmī. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna get the mridanga. 1 second. Guru mantre. Oh, whoops. That's here. Guru Shri Gaurange Tarudita Subhakti Prakarane Shachi Sunor Leela Vikasita Sutirte Nijamano Hare Nami Preshte Harititi Shurupanu Shuka prokte shastre pratijani mamastam khalu rati sada vrindaranye madhura rasadhanye rasamaya parang shakting radham paramarasamurtim ramayati Sachaivayam Krishna Nija Bhajana Mudram Upadishan Shachi Sunur Gore Pratijani Mamastam Prabhuvara Navairagyam Grahayam Bhavati Nahiyar Bhakti Janitam Tatha Jnanam Bhanam Chitti Adi Vishesham Namanute Spriha me nashtange Hari bhajana sokyam nahi yatas Tato Radha Krishna Prachura paricharya bhavatu me Kutire pikshudre Vraja bhajana yoge tarutale Shachi sunostirte Bhavatu nitarang me nivasati Nachanyatra kshetre Vibhuda gana sevye pulakito Vasami prasade Vipula dhana rajanvita iha Navarne saktir me Na khalu mamata hyashrama vido Na dharme na dharme Mama ratiri haste kvachirapi Parang tattar dharme Mama jada sharire dritamidam Ato dharman sarvan Subhajana sahayana bhilashe Sudainyam saralyam Sakala sahanang manadadanam Dayang svikritya shri Hari charana seva mama tapa Sadacharo some Prabhupada pararya samudita Prabhushchaitanya Akshaya charita piyusha kritishu Na vaikunte raje Na cha vishaya karye mama ratir Na nirvane mokshe Mama matiri haste kshanamapi Prajanandaranyar Dhari vilasitang pavanamapi Katanchin mamratan Vaya virahitang no sukayati Name patni kanya Tanaya janani bandhu nichaya Haro bhakte bhakto Nakalu yadite sham sumamata Abhakta namana Grahanam api dosho vishayinam Katham te sham sanga Dhari bhajana siddhir bhavati me Asattarkar andan Jara sukha paran Krishna vimukan Punirvana saktan Satatam ati dure pariharan Aradam govindam Bhajati nitarang dambikataya Tarabhyase kintu Kshanamapi nayami vratamidam Prasadanakshira Shanavasana patra dibiraham Padarthar nirvahya Vyavahrite masanga kuvishaye Vasan isha kshetre Yugala bhajanandita manas Tanung mokshe kale Yuga paraparanang padatale Shachi sunoragya Grahana chaturo yo vrajavane Pararadang radha Bhajati nitaram Krishna rasikam Aham te tat padam Ritam naishtikamana Vaheyam vaipitva Shirasi chamuda sannatiyuta Hare dasyam dharmo mama tu chirakalam prakritito mahamaya yoga abhinipatita dukha jalado ito yasyam yurdvam Sva-niyama suratya pratidinam sahayo me matra vitata dalani vaishnava kripa kritam kenapyetat svabhajana vido Sva-niyamakam patedyo vishraddha priya yugala ruper pitamana vraje radha Kṛṣṇa bhajati kila samprapya nilayam swamanjarya paschat vivida varivasyam sakurute. Jai. Okay, now the Sva-niyama Daśakam. Okay. Guru mantre namni Prabhu varasachi kar bhaja pade swarupe shirupe gana yujita diya pratamaje kirindre gandharva shira sarasi madhupuryam vrajavane vraje bhakte goshtalayishu param astamamarati nachanyatra kshetre haritanu-sanate pisujanar rasasvadam premna dadarapi vasame kshanamapi samang tvetar gramya valibirabitanvanapi katam vidhasye sambhasam vrajabhuvana eva pratibhavam shadaradha Kṛṣṇa chalaratulakela-stala-yugam vrajam santyarjaitai yuga virahito pitrutemapi punardvaravatyam yadupatim api prodavibhavai skurantam tarvachapi Ospurantam tarvachapi cha nahi chalamikshitumapi gatonmadairada spurati harina shlishta hridaya sputam dvaravatyam iti yadishrinomi shruti tate tadaham tatraivo dhatamatipatame vrajapura samurdiya svanta dikagati khagendradapi javat anadi sadirva paturati mridurva pratipada pramilat karunya praguna karunahina itiva mahavaikuntesha dika iha naro vavrajapate ayam sunurgoshte pratijani mamastam prabhuvara anadrityorgitam api muni ganarvainika mukhai pravinam gandharvam api cha nigamaistat priyatamam ya ekam govindam bhajati kapatidam vikataya tarabhyarne shirne kshanamapi nayami vratamidam ajande radheti Spurada bidhaya sikta jananya Naya sakam Krishnam Bhajati ya iha prema namita Param prakshalyatach Charana kamale taj jalamaho Mudva pitva shashvach Chirasi chavahami pratidinam Parityakta preyo Jana samudayar badamasudhir Durandho nirandram Kadana bharabarbdo nipatita Trinam dantar drishtva Chatubirabhiyachedya pripaya Swayam Shri Kantarva Swaparanalinantam Nayatumam Vrajotpanna Kshira Shanavasana Patra Dibiraham Padarthar Nirvahya Vyavahriti Madambhang Saniyama Vasami Shakunde Girikula Vare Chaiva Samaye Marishye Tu Preshte Sarasi Kalu Jivadi Purata Spura Lakshmi Lakshmi. Sorry, it says Lakshmi twice. Spura Lakshmi Lakshmi Vraja Vijayi Lakshmi Baralasar Vapushri Gandharva Smaranikara Devyar Giribrito Vidasye Kunjado Vivida Varivasya Sarabhasam Rahashirupakya Priyatama Janasya Charama Kritam Kenapyetan Nijaniyama Sorry, I always mess up here. Kritam Kenapyetan Nijaniyama Shangsistavam Imam Patedyo Vrishradha Priya Yugala Ruper Pitamana Tridam Goshte Rishto Vasati Vasatim Prapya Samaye Mudha Go Radha Krishna Vajati Saha Mudha Radha Krishna Bhajati Sahi Tenaiva Sahita. Interesting. Sorry. One second, I just want to check one thing really quick. Okay. I just found another similar thing. Anyhow, we'll go over it later. Okay. So I'm just trying to compare both of these together, and I just noticed that Śrīla Raghunātha Gosvāmī used a similar wording. Anyhow, I'll find it later on. Okay, let's go through the Govardhan Vas Prarthana Daśakam. Where is it? Open recent. God, I opened up so many files yesterday. Where is it? Anyhow, we can go to my website. We'll just use it there. You'll just have to excuse the big... Yeah, I can't find it. All right, let's just go to Vine of Devotion. Sorry, guys. Let's try looking at the... What the heck? Sorry, let me just make it smaller because the menu is not coming up. There's the menu. Okay, we'll do it from the study guide this time. Make it bigger. Okay. Nijapat. Let me make it bigger. Oh, wait, I have an idea. I will just zoom in. Then I think I can make the subscribe button become smaller. No, like that. Okay, and now I'm going to zoom in. Ah, there. Now there's no subscribe button. Okay. Nijapati bhuja danda chatra bhavam prapadya pratihata madadrishto danda devendra garva atula pritula shaila shreni bhupa priyangne nijane katani vasam tehi govardhanatam Brahmadamadana lila kandare kandare te rachayati navayunor Dvandvam asmin amandam iti kila kalanartam Lagnakastadvayor mene jane katani vasam tehi govardhanatam Anupamamani vedi ratna singhasanorvi ruhajara darasano droni sange shuranga sahabala sakhi bisa kelayat swapriyang mene jane katani vasam tehi govardhanatam Rasane dinavayunor shakshinim dana keler dyuti parimala vidham shama vedem prakashya rasika varakudanam modamasvalayane nijane katani vasam dehi govardhanatam Haridaitamapurvam Radhika kundamatma priyasakam iha kanthe Narmana lingya gupta navayuva yuga khelas Tatra pashyan raho mene jane katani vasam Dehi govardhanatam Stala jala tala shashpar bhuruhach chaya yacha pratiparamanukālam hanta samvardayanga trijagati nijagotram sarthakam khyapayane nijane katani vasam tehi govardhanatam Surapati krita dirga drohato goshtarakshang tava nava griharupa asyantare kurvataiva agabakari punochar datamana drutang mene jane katani vasam tehi govardhanatam Girindripahari dāsa Śrīnivaryeti nāmamritamidamuditang Śrī Radhika Vaktra Chandrat Prajanavati lakatve Klipta vedai sputamene jane katani vasam Tehi govardhanatam Nija jana yuta radha Krishna maitri rasakta Vrajanara pashupakshi Vrata sokyai kadata Aganita karunatvam Mamuri kritya tantang Nijani katani vasam Dehi govardhanatvam Nirupari karunena Shishachi nandanena Tvaika pati shatopi tvat priye narpitosmi iti khalu mama yogya tam tam agrinan nijane katani vasam tehi govardhanatvam rasada dashakamasya Śrīla Govardhanasya Kshitidhara Kula Bhartur Ya Prayatna Dadhite Sasapari Sukaresmin Vasamasadya Shakshat Shubhada Yugala Seva Ratnamapnoti Turnam Anijane Katani Vasam Tehi Govardhanatvam Nijane Katani Vasam Dehi Govardhanatam Nijane Katani Vasam Tehi Govardhanatvam Nijane Katani Vasam Tehi Govardhanatvam Jaya Giri Raja Jaya Govardhana Giri Raja Jai Govardhana Jai Govardhana Jai Vrindavana Govardhana Jaya Vrindavana Jai Radha Kunda Jai Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Jai Shama Kunda Hare Kṛṣṇa Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Kṛṣṇa Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Kṛṣṇa Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Jai Hare Krishna. So now we will go through. Oh, and if anybody needs to go now, Dandavat Pranams. Thanks for joining this program. And yeah, now we're going to go through verse 1 of. Well, we already went through verse 1 of Sva-niyama Daśakam. I'll go over it super briefly now, and then we'll go over the first verse of the Sva-niyama Daśakam. They're both very similar. And also, I'll show you the chart that I made comparing them both. One second. Okay. Oh, and Haribol, Jai Shri Didi, and Dauji Prabhu, and yeah, Haribol. I already saw Gokuleshwari Didi, yeah. And Krishna Mai Didi, sorry, I didn't see you before.
Haribol, Madhukar, good to see you again.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. And also, let me just check. I haven't checked YouTube or Facebook for a while. Let's see who's there. Bhakti every day. Dandavat Pranams, Bhakti every day. Oh, and he says, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Śrīla Prabhupada wrote a lot about his god brothers and letters. What do I think? Okay, I can respond to that later. Haribol Manjari Didi, Gaur Haribol. And everybody else watching, Dandavat Pranams. Okay, so now let's go through verse 1 of. So this is the chart I made. On the left side is the Sva-niyama Daśakam. On the right side is the Sva-niyama Dvādaśakam. And now we can see how they're similar. And I translated the first 6 verses of the Sva-niyama Daśakam. But this translation here isn't my translation. This is Sripad Bhaktivedanta Banmaraj's translation. And just now, like right before we started this program, I sent the first 6 verses to a Sanskrit scholar to check my translations. And after he checks it, then I will send it for editing, and then we can use those translations. That will be a lot more accurate. And then I'll become a lot more clear on the meaning of all the words. Right now, I just have like a vague idea of what all the words mean. Okay, so the first verse of Sva-niyama Daśakam. Śrīla Raghunātha Gosvāmī, he says, not I shall, it should be may I have, right? Not I shall have, I would be like, may I have. You want to see my translation for this verse? Let's just go to my translation. 1 second, let me just open it up. Where is it? Sva-niyama Daśakam. Okay, here. Okay, so Śrīla Raghunātha Gosvāmī says, may I have, astang, mama. Astam is like, may there be, and mama means my. And in Hindi, Bengali, and also Sanskrit, the way to say like possession, I have, you just say my. Like to say I have a house, you just say my house there is. So so may I have rati. And he doesn't just say may I have rati, but he says may I have param rati. So param, I think we're all familiar with the word param. Param means supreme, or here it just translated it as intense, or exceedingly intense. So supremely intense rati. Rati for, let's see how many. Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura, he's praying that he has rati, birth after birth, for 9 things. We went over that yesterday. Let's see here how many there are. There's guru, mantre, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess you can make this 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 things here. So may I have rati for Guru, for Sri Gurudev, for my mantras, my Diksha mantras, for Namni, for the holy names of the Lord, Namni. And in Sanskrit, this is all in the, I'm really spaced out right now. My brain's not functioning properly, but what is the case? Which vibhakti is it in Sanskrit? It is not locative, I guess? I don't know. But may I have it's saying in Guru, in Sri Mantra, in the names. That's why, may I have rati, I'm just going to say 4. May I have rati for Prabhu Vara Shachi Garbaja Pade. That's all one item. That means the feet, the pada, the feet of my supreme master, Prabhu Vara, my most exalted master, Vara. Vara means exalted, supreme, and Prabhu, my supreme Lord, Shachi Garbaja. He who is born, Ja means born, from the Garbha, from the womb of Shachi Devi. Garbha means womb of Shachi Devi. So may I have attachment for the feet of he who has taken birth from the womb of Shachi Devi, my supreme Lord, Prabhu Vara, my most exalted Lord. And so in other words, may I have rati for Shachinandan, the feet of Shachinandan, Gaur Hari. May I have rati for Sarup Damodar, Sarupe, for Śrīla Rupa Gosvāmī, Shri Rupe, Gana Yuji. And this play, I have a question here. It's saying Gana Yuji means along with his Gana, with his associates. But I'm wondering if that refers to all 3, like Sarup Damodar, Śrīla Rupa Gosvāmī, and then here's Sanatana Gosvāmī. Tadiya means his, so referring to Sri Rupa, his Pratamaje, his elder brother. Actually, literally, Pratama J means it means the oldest brother. But Pratama means first, right? And Ja means born, so it means the firstborn. In other words, the eldest of, if there's siblings, the eldest would be called the Pratamaja, the firstborn. So for Śrīla Rupa Goswami's elder brother, Sanatana Goswami, Tadiya Pratamaje. So there's three personalities here: Sarup Damodar, Śrīla Rupa Goswami, and Pratamaje, the eldest brother, Sanatana Goswami. But then this Ganayuji means along with the associates. So I'm wondering if it's referring to the associates of all three of them. I think so. But that's a question I sent to the Sanskrit scholar person. Then may I have rati for Girindra. Indra means king, and Giri, the king of mountains. Also Giriraj, Girindra. We also went through another name of Giriraj, what is Giri Nripa. That's in the Govardhan Vaspartana Daśakam. Nripa also means king. And yeah, so Girindra, Giri Nripa, Giriraj, it's all names for Govardhan. So for Girindre. And then Gandharva Sarasi. Sarasi means pond. And I think we all know the name Gandharva. That refers to Srimati Radhika. So Gandharva Sarasi is another way of saying Radhakund. Sarasi and Kund are synonymous, and Srimati Radhika and Gandharva are synonymous. So Radhakund or Gandharva Sarasi. Then Madhupuryam. Mathura is also called Madhupuri. So he's saying, may I have rati for Madhupuri, for Mathura, and for Vrajavane, the Vana, the forests of Vraj. And then for Vraje Bhakte, for the devotees in Vraj. And Goshtalaishu, may I have rati for the residents of the Dham, of Vraj. So Vraja Bhakti is the devotees of Vraj, and Goshtalaishu is the residents of Vraj. So Vraja Bhakti, Goshtalaishu, Param Astang Mamarati. May I have Param, supremely or exceedingly intense rati for all these 13. Astang, may there be my rati, supreme rati, param rati, exceedingly intense rati for all these. Guru mantre namni prabhuvara sachigarbha, like that. So yeah, and we went over Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Thakur's. Let's go over again really quickly. He's saying prati jani means birth after, in every birth. Prati, every, jani, birth, in every birth. Mamastang, may I have kalu. Kalu means certainly. May I certainly have rati for Guru, Shri Guru, Shri Gorange, for Shri Goranga, for his tad udita, spoken by him, taught by him. Prakarana means the topics on subhakti, on pure bhakti. So may I have rati for the delineations of pure bhakti as taught by him. Then for Shachi Sunor Lila Vikasita Sutirte, for the holy places, the Sutirta, where Shachi Suno's Lila, where the Shachi Nandan's Lila Vikasita, where they unfold. May I have rati for Nija Mano, for my own Diksha mantras. For Harer Namni Preshte, for the Preshte means the dear names of Hari. And for Hari Titishu, for all the holy days throughout the year, all the days of Hari, and also Hari's associates. May I have rati for Rupanuga Jane, for those who are Rupanugas. For the Rupanugas. And for Shuka Prokte Shastre, for the Shastra, the scripture, Prokte, spoken by Shukadev Goswami, Srimad Bhagavatam. Shuka Prokte Shastre. So Pratijani Mamastam Kalurati. So the first verses of both are very similar. Again, just mentioning again, if anybody wants to try to memorize this verse with me, I'm going to try to memorize this today, this first verse. But I'm not doing a whole big program for this. This would just be a personal thing. Like we could keep in touch on WhatsApp and practice saying it to each other once we memorize it. All right, so that is it for today. What time is it? 7:47. Yeah, it's a good time to stop. And let's just look at the comparison a little bit. So Śrīla Raghunātha Das Gosvāmī, he says in his second verse, he has his commitment to reside in Vraj forever. He says, I vow that I shall live in the land of Vraj birth after birth, chatting with the villagers in a casual manner. I shall not live for even a moment in any other place, even if the Lord resides there in his deity form, and even if the great devotees fill it with the sweet nectar of transcendental love. Well, I translated that totally differently. Let's see my translation. I mean, I could be off, but he says, I will not stay for even a moment in any other place if my Lord, even if my Lord Hari's deity is present and in the association of Vaishnavas, I can relish ras there filled with prem, even then. But in every lifetime, I will dwell only in the land of Vraj, even if it means engaging, even if it means having to engage in all kinds of everyday chit-chat with the humble village folk of that place. That's my translation. We'll see how accurate it is when the scholar goes through it. Then Śrīla Raghunātha Das Gosvāmī has his unwavering resolve to stay in Vraj. He says, even if, I'm just going to give a synopsis actually. He says, even if Yadupati himself, full of all opulences, personally invites me to meet him in Dwarka, and even if I have to suffer long separation, it says yugas, like eons, being separated from Radha and Krishna, still I shall not leave the land of Vraj. But then, in the next verse, Śrīla Raghunātha Das Gosvāmī says, but I will fly to Dwarka if I hear that Sri Radha is, in her madness, has gone to Dwarka and is being embraced by Lord Hari there. Then I will fly faster than the mind, even faster than Garuda. And then this verse 5 is very similar to verse 2 of anyhow, I'm not going to go through this all now, actually. We'll go through this later because I need to get ready for, we're about to leave in like 5 minutes. So thank you, everybody, so much for joining. And tomorrow, what should we do tomorrow? I think tomorrow, maybe we can go over verse 2 of, yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll go over verse 2 and also of Sva-niyama Daśakam and verse 4 of Sva-niyama Dvādaśakam, and we can compare how they're also very similar. That will be our program for tomorrow. And then the day after tomorrow, we will go over verse, I think 6 of Shri Govardhan Vaspartana Daśakam, and we'll try to memorize it. So, Dandavat Pranams. Thank you so much for joining. Jai Shri Sachinandan Gaur Hari Ki Jai, Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju Ki Jai, Jai Shri Radha Damodar Ju Ki Jai, Jai Shri Yashoda Damodar Ki Jai, Jai Śrīla Gurudev Ki Jai, Śrīla Param Gurudev Ki Jai, Śrīla Prabhupada Ki Jai, Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga Ki Jai, Swaparshad Shri Gaur Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai, Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopi Gana Ki Jai, Shri Giriraj Maharaj Ki Jai, Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi Ki Jai, Jai Shri Kartik Vrat Niyam Seva Ki Jai, Urja Vrat Ki Jai, Urjeshwari Raseshwari Shri Vrishabhanu Nandini Shrimati Radha Ṭhākurani Ki Jai, Shri Harinama Sankirtan Ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai, Samagata Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Shri Nitai Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bo, Hare Kṛṣṇa, Dandavat Pranams. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha paditanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Dandavat Pranams. Yes, Sarveshwari Mataji, you wrote a comment? Oh, tomorrow you're flying for Kartik. Wow, you're flying to Vrindavan. Wow, great. I'll see you there in a week. Dandavat Pranams. Okay. We probably should have recited the first verse a second time after I explained it, but whatever, it's too late now. Well, this ends the program for today, and tomorrow we'll go over, the verses. And excuse me, everybody, today, not today, like this time, I am completely just like splayed out all over the place. Because look, these are all the things that, like, these are all the songs that I need to translate and get ready. And just yesterday, the printers called me and they're like, "When are you going to print?" Because they were expecting to print the book a month ago. And they said that the paper, it's Bible paper, and it's just been sitting there. They unpacked it all to get it ready for printing, and now it's all open. And they said that the weather is starting to mess up the pages. And they're like, "When are you going to print it?" And I was like, after Kartik. And so then they're going to try to figure out some way to preserve the paper. But there's just been so many things going on. And I'm trying to do too much at once. And so I'm a bit splayed out and my mind's all over the place. So I'm not super focused, and yeah, starting to get a bit vata now. So, okay. All right. Thank you. Thanks for hearing me out. It just feels good to tell somebody I don't really have people to talk to like in person here. So this is kind of like my place where I get to share things with my friends. All right. Haribol. See you all tomorrow. Dandavat pranam Sarveshwari Mataji, Chatamai Mataji, Krishna Mai Didi. Haribol. Mayank Gupta, Nri Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarini Mataji, Jai Shri Didi, Niloy, Niloy, Hare Krishna. I already said Jai Shri, right? Okay. And Brishti Roy, Bhakti every day, Manjari Didi. Oh, Shripad Bhaktivedanta Sajan Maharaj. Dandavat pranams, Maharaj.
Yeah.
See you in Vrindavan soon, Maharaj. Yes. Sarveshwari Mataji, were you going to say something?
Yes. Have you a nice parikrama?
Oh, thank you. Yes. Oh God, that's another thing. We're gonna right now, like in 5 minutes from now, we're gonna go on Navadvip Parikrama to all these places, and I think I should probably say something at the places, but I'm just totally unprepared. We're going with all of our villagers. We're gonna, yeah, and so I don't know. I'm gonna, yeah. All right. Dandavat pranams. Haribol.
Hare Krishna.
Haribol. Jai Shri Radhe. See